Yo, what's going on? It's Thomas from RohmerFitness, and in today's video, I am going to share with you my top 3 tips for ectomorphs and training in the gym in regards to building muscle. Now, before I get into the main content of this video, go ahead and check out the link in the description box down below where you can pre-order Muscle Growth Mania for 50% off of the regular price. It helped my brother build muscle and go from this to this. And it also helped my friend Kelson go from this to this. So be sure to check that out if you are interested. Now, let's go ahead and get into the main content of this video, which is training tips for ectomorphs. And my first tip here for you today is to not change up your workout routine too often. Now, I think this is a common mistake that, a lot of beginners make is they're changing up their workout routine every week, or every workout they're doing something different. And the idea behind that might be that you want to confuse your muscles. You never want your muscles to adapt to what it is that you're doing. But the problem with that is that you're never really giving your body a chance to grow stronger. So one of the best ways that you're going to build muscle in the gym is by lifting more weight over time. So if you're constantly changing up your exercises that you're doing, you're never really giving yourself a chance to actually improve on those lifts. So maybe you start with bench press and then all of a sudden you change to doing chest flies or cable crossovers. You're never really giving yourself a chance to actually build up numbers in those key lifts, such as the bench press or your pull-ups or your squats or things of that nature. You want to stick with those exercises for a good length of time so where you can actually add some weight to the bar on those exercises. Now, I'm not saying that you should, of course, never change up your workout routine, but you certainly want to stick with a certain program long enough to where you can actually get some results from it and, actually improve your numbers on certain key lifts. Now, my second tip here for you today is that you don't want to focus too heavily on isolation exercises. You want to focus more on compound exercises. Now, I'm not saying that you should not do any isolation exercises at all, because they definitely have their place in any good workout routine. So for example, doing lateral raises, that's a great way to hit the side deltoid, and it's going to hit it really hard, and it's just a muscle group that's a lot harder to hit with compound exercises, and the best way to go after it is with an isolation exercise. So certain isolation exercises are really good and they definitely have a place in your routine. However, you do not want to get too carried away with them. The main core focus of your workout should be compound lifts and getting stronger in those compound lifts. So I'm talking things like, your pull-ups, squats, a bench press, things of that nature. You want to be focusing on those exercises that are going to work multiple muscle groups at the same time. You do not want to be wasting your time spending extra time in the gym doing lifts and exercises that are only going to work one muscle group at a time, when you could essentially, kill 2 birds with 1 stone, so to speak, by working on compound exercises. Compound exercises are also easier to, progress with as far as adding more weight to the bar is concerned, whereas isolation exercises, it can sometimes be, harder, or you can sometimes be limited to the amount of weight that you're able to lift. So that is really one of the key differences between a compound exercise and an isolation exercise. And again, as far as building muscle is concerned, you definitely want to focus on getting stronger. Now, my third and final tip here for you today is that you want to make sure you focus on the quality of each and every rep that you do. So, a lot of times guys can get caught up and they want to lift a certain weight, or, they want to just do a certain amount of reps. So they just try to, do the exercise however they can, and their form tends to get a little bit sloppy. So yes, you do want to focus on getting stronger over time. However, you do not want to compromise the quality of the reps that you're doing. And one of the biggest areas that I see a lot of guys miss out on is in regards to the negative portion of the exercise. This is also known as the eccentric portion of the exercise. So when you're lifting heavier weights, you might have a tendency to just kind of, skip on the negative and not really control the weight on the way down. So let's say, for example, you're doing something like pull-ups. So on the way up to the bar, when you're bringing your chin over the bar, that's the concentric part of the exercise. So you want to go up to the bar as fast as you can. But on the way down, that's the negative part, and that's the part you really want to control your body on the way down. You do not just simply want to let yourself fall down to the bottom part of the exercise. You want to control it. And that is actually where the majority of the muscle damage is going to occur, is on the eccentric part of the lift. So you want to make sure you're focusing on quality here, and that you're actually controlling the negative and creating the most muscle damage as you possibly can. So you of course want to focus on getting stronger, but at the same time, make sure you're focusing on quality as well and controlling the negative portion of the exercise. So that's going to wrap up today's video. Those are my top 3 tips for ectomorphs and their training, and how they should kind of structure things in order to maximize their muscle gains. And also go ahead and check out the link in the description box down below to pre-order Muscle Growth Mania. And other than that, I will be talking to you next time. Peace.